Hi there. Thank you for joining me for today's Bible lesson. Today, we're studying Ephesians chapter 5, verse 21, which challenges us to live contrary to the world and in a conformity to God's good design. Now, have you ever been around someone who is a do-it-all? You know the type. They never ask for help. Things must always be done their way, and usually by them, without anyone else's help. Not only is this unhealthy for the do-it-all, but it's really unhelpful for those around them. Eventually, this leads to bitterness and burnout for the do-it-all, and it really acts to stunt the growth of those around them. And worse yet, the do-it-all approach usually breaks down relationships, and it erodes the deep connection with others that we all desperately need. You see, healthy people and healthy relationships always share the load. They work together, and they all make their unique contribution to the family, to the team, to the school, to the community. You see, that's the issue Paul's getting at here in Ephesians 5, verse 21. He says this: submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. This verse is the bridge between two sections. The first is how we are to walk wisely as Spirit-filled believers, and the other is how that wisdom gets lived out in our relationships. And Paul uses the idea of submission. And submission here isn't about weakness or superiority. It's about mutual humility. It's saying, how can I serve you, not how can you serve me? In the ancient world, where power often meant domination, Paul flipped the script. He says, in the church and in the home, let your relationships be marked by mutual submission, not forced, but freely given out of reverence for Christ. This means husbands and wives, parents and children, employers and employees, friends and neighbors, even fellow and especially fellow church members. Each person looks to the other with Christ-like humility, always considering their needs and flourishing as more important than our own. Here's a question. In all your various relationships, that at home and church, school, workplace, are you carrying only your own load, or are you helping others with theirs? Think practically about this. Can you offer to do a task no one else wants to do? Could you possibly ask your spouse, what's one way I can support you this week? Could you possibly enter church with a conversation not asking, what do I want, but how can I build others up? Imagine what our families and churches would look like if we all took seriously living like this, submitting to one another, not to win, but to witness, reflecting the self-giving love of Jesus. Let's walk this out today and every day. Submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. I'll see you next time. Did it not?